Hi everyone, this is Kunal over here. Today I'm having a really cool session for all of you. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go ahead and actually mix three technologies over here. So before I go ahead and tell you what exactly I'm trying to go ahead and do, I will tell you about the technologies that we are going to go ahead and talk about over here. We will go ahead and work on Google Analytics. We will go ahead and work on BigQuery, which is a GCP service. Um, Then we will also go ahead and work on Power BI, which is a fantastic tool provided by Microsoft for business intelligence, that is, creating dashboards, drawing insights out of it. And we will try to go ahead and make all these things as automated as possible. So I hope that you would really go ahead and like it. And I would also go ahead and share the slides, share my code, share all these kind of things about how to go ahead and integrate all these things, whether that is Google Analytics, whether that is BigQuery, and then finally Power BI. So I'll tell you first of all the kind of problem statement that we'll be dealing with. So this is the kind of agenda that we are going to go ahead and cover. And this is the project goal that we are having, the problem statement. We would want to go ahead and create a better understanding of customer behavior, purchase preferences, and marketing effectiveness. A pretty run-of-the-mill business as usual kind of statement that you might actually go ahead and get from any of your marketing stakeholders. So what we need to go ahead and do over here is to go ahead and get everything done, to go ahead and meet the expectations of our marketing managers. We will have to go ahead and first of all map the loyalty card data with the purchases that are happening. Now the loyalty card data is currently housed on our local servers, which means that it is somewhere either on your local server or your local system or some other CRM based servers which are actually on premises. Whereas the purchase data is actually housed in Google Analytics. We also need to go ahead and map the campaign information with the purchases and with the loyalty cards so that we can actually go ahead and understand the effectiveness of our marketing campaigns at the customer level. Then at the end of the day, we have to go ahead and visualize everything in a Power BI platform so that we can actually go ahead and get better insights out of it. The understanding of data is a little better. The understanding of how effective our marketing campaigns can be a little better. And then, of course, the requirement is to go and automate the whole system, whether that be integration of purchases data uh, with the loyalty card data, or then going ahead and pitching everything within Power BI and then reports of Power BI. So this is what we would want to go ahead and do. Now I would also want to go ahead and tell you a bit about the landscape. What exactly can you go ahead and expect? Number one, we are expecting that our clients are having Google Analytics 360 implemented. Now, when I say Google Analytics 360 implemented, it automatically means that's universal analytics which is implemented on the website, not GA4. And at the same time, we are having a native integration within Google Analytics and BigQuery in place. So GA360 is implemented with Universal Analytics. Universal Analytics and BigQuery are already integrated. Now, since we are having our loyalty card information, all the customer related information in-house, we are going to go ahead and assume that we can only go ahead and put loyalty card information on cloud. Because remember, our customer information can have a lot of PII fields, that is personally identifiable information. For example, their phone numbers, their names, their addresses, and all these kind of things. And we do not want to go and put that information on the cloud. Now, all this customer information can actually be provided to us in the CSV files. So let me go ahead and quickly show you what kind of file that I'm talking about. Let me just go ahead and first of all show you the customer details. So this is a very typical customer detail file that can be provided to us. It would contain a lot of customer IDs, date of birth or year of birth of our customers, their education level, their marital status, their names, their phone numbers, their addresses, their incomes, their kids at home, how many teens there are at home, how many times that they have purchased recently, all these kind of things. This is a very, very typical customer details file that we might be having. At the very same time, we are having one loyalty card file. What it has is it has the customer IDs, kind of a loyalty ID, and then the transaction ID or the order number. These two things are matched, right? Now, remember that our transaction ID or the order ID would be present within the Google Analytics because all our purchase related information would be present over there. Loyalty card number or the customer ID will not be present in Google Analytics. This is the file that we will be using to go ahead and map our transaction IDs, which are in Google Analytics, with the loyalty cards. Now, at the same time, customer ID over here that you see, or the loyalty card ID, will be used to go ahead and map with this ID field of customer details so that we can actually go ahead and build our dashboards on top of all this data. So this is what we are planning to go ahead and do. So number one, I will go ahead and show you the how we will go ahead and do it. But before that, before I actually go ahead and take you through the GCP platform, I would want to go ahead and also show you what kind of data we are already having in BigQuery, right? So let me just go ahead and bring up the window of Google BigQuery, which is already having my. So this is the BigQuery window. And if you have already worked on BigQuery, this platform, this window might not be something new to you. Also open tables over here. So this is one of the loyalty card empty table that I have already created within BigQuery dataset. I hope you already know about how to go ahead and create tables within BigQuery. If you don't worry about it. I will also go ahead and put up a BigQuery primer link in my description so that you can actually go ahead and really look into BigQuery. And if you are new to this whole service, you would be able to go ahead and understand what the service is all about. You will be able to go ahead and play around, create your data sets, create your tables and everything. But for now, in this video, I'm not covering that part. So I will assume that you would already know how to go ahead and create a table. So this loyalty card data is the table that has already been created. Right now, this is an empty table. So what you can see it is over here. At the same time, GA sample data is what I'm having from Google Analytics. If I go ahead and preview this data, I would be able to go ahead and see the visitor IDs, the revenue, the order IDs, the country that people have come from, the cities, card ID, and the medium, which will help us to go ahead and map with the campaigns and everything. So this is all this information is already over here. Now, if you see card ID field is empty right now, because remember card ID field is not there in Google Analytics, right? So this is what I'm now going to go ahead and do. I'm going to go ahead and populate my field over here. Okay. So now this is my BigQuery. Now, before we go any further, I would want you to go ahead and understand the architecture. So as you can see, this is my architecture over here. So there is my website, where no matter what kind of a platform that you are using, mobile device or a tablet or a normal desktop website, since I'm assuming my website is going to be responsive, it's already linked with Google Analytics. So it's already sending all its data to Google Analytics. Google Analytics in turn is having a native integration with Google BigQuery. And then I'm going ahead and sending my loyalty card information and the order number or the transaction IDs to Google BigQuery from my local servers or my on-prem servers. And then I'm actually going ahead and getting this data from BigQuery mapped into Power BI. At the very same time, I am also going ahead and sending my data to Power BI, the customer details data that I showed you earlier. so that we can actually go ahead and create all these fancy visualizations for a better understanding of our data, of our customer behavior within Power BI platform. Now, before we go ahead and start coding and start putting everything in BigQuery, uh, this is what you need to go and do. First of all, you would need to go ahead and create a service account within GCP. So I hope that Google Cloud Platform is nothing new. It's not something that you're working for the very first time, but this is what you'll have to go and do. This is the APIs and services field of Google Cloud Platform. In fact, what I can do is I can actually go and show you how the uh, homepage of Google Cloud Platform might actually go and look. Opening over here. So this is the information that you would be able to go ahead and see on your dashboard. This is my account related information. What you can do is you can actually go and click over here and then go to API and services. That's what I'm doing here. So once you go to your API and services, then you can go and click on credentials on the left panel. Then click on create credentials, this plus sign over here, this link over here. Then click on service account. Once you come to the service account window, this is the kind of the page that you would be able to go and see. Over here, go ahead and put your service account name, service account ID, and then smaller description if you would want to, and then click on create and continue. Once you are done with it, it will go ahead and give you an option to go ahead and download the JSON file, the file which would be having your service account key in your system wherever you might want. So I have already downloaded it in my local machine. This is connect_gcp.json. That's the file that I have extracted and I have put it over here. Now what I'm going to do is we will go ahead and start to go and look into our Python code, which will go ahead and help us take our loyalty card information and put it in within BigQuery. So this is a very, very small program. I'm just going to go ahead and show it to you what it's doing. These are the three libraries that we'll be needing. OS to go ahead and change my home directory, then pandas because I'll be working with CSV files, data frames and all, and then this Google Cloud BigQuery library so that I can actually go and send my data to BigQuery table. This is what I'll do. First of all, I will go ahead and initiate the client, the BigQuery client, and over here I'm actually going ahead and putting my JSON file. So if you're not really going ahead and changing the directory, you might have to go ahead and put the full path. Since I've already changed my directory, so I'm just going ahead and putting the name of my file, and that should be good enough for me. You have to go ahead and put your table ID. I've already set it up over here, and then you'll have to go and create the job configuration. The kind of job configuration I'm having right now is that it's going to go and override the table every time I'm going to go and run the file. The idea is to go ahead and take my loyalty card and order number mapping, the transaction ID mapping, take this file and put it in the let me go ahead and show you which table I would want to go and update, and I will go ahead and update my table, this loyalty card data, which is currently empty. I will go ahead and put all my information over here. So this is what I'm doing. So this code will go ahead and take all the information from my loyalty file, the CSV file that I showed you, and it will go ahead and upload it over here in this table. Let's go ahead and start working on it. What I'll do is I'll just go ahead and quickly run this code. There is a small error. I believe that there is an indent somehow. So let me go ahead and just remove sleep as well. Fix the indent over here. And let's go ahead and try to run it once again. So I'm running this code. And it shows that 43 records with 2 columns have been updated. Let's go ahead and check if that's the case or not. So what I'm going to do is I'm quickly going to go ahead and refresh my page over here. Let's see what happens if my table is actually updated with these 43 records or not. I will quickly go to my data set. This is my project, this is my data set, and this is my table. It's already open over here, so I'll go to preview, and I can actually go and see it in preview that all my card IDs and transaction IDs are already over here, already uploaded. So that's great. So one part is done. Now what I need to go ahead and do is I will have to go ahead and take this data, merge it over here, and put card IDs over here, right? So this is what I'll have to go ahead and do. So let's go ahead and do that as well. I'll go ahead and write a query in a new tab. Just go and remove everything over here. So let me go ahead and put the query over here as well. I do already have the query with me. This is the query that I'm going to go ahead and run. It says that it's going to go ahead and process somewhere around 7.4 kilobytes of data. So what I'm doing is I'm actually updating my GA sample data, and then I'm setting the card ID field, which I'm getting from sample project. And after joining these two tables on the basis of transaction ID. Transaction ID, which is common in both the tables. So this is what I'm going to go and do. Let's go and run it, and let's see what results do I get. Great. It says that it has already modified 92 rows for me. Now, if you want to go and automate this whole thing, what you can do is you can actually go and schedule it. So let's go ahead and do that as well. Let's go ahead. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and schedule this query. I will go ahead and click on schedule. Let's go ahead and create a new schedule over here. We'll go ahead and name it as GA transaction ID mapping with loyalty ID. I would want it as a daily schedule. Let's say I would want to execute it at 9:30 every day. Schedule that, and I will actually now select my data set sample project. I would want to go ahead and put it in this data and sample data. Go ahead and do that. I would want to go and append it, and would want to go notifications. Now I'll go ahead and click on schedule. And wait it for a minute, and my query has already been scheduled. So this is done. Next step is to go ahead and map everything within Power BI so that we can actually go ahead and create dashboards, go ahead and look into all the funky visualizations, and actually go ahead and get insights out of it. So let's do that. So this is my Power BI application. I hope you already know about it. If not, there are a handful of quite a few videos out there on YouTube that you can actually go ahead and look at. And this is one of the best tools out there for visualizations. And they themselves have a pretty robust documentation and training videos, library and all. So please do go and look into that if Power BI is something new to you. But if not, then what you can do is you can quickly go and click on Get Data so that you can start integrating Power BI with BigQuery. And over here in the search box, just write BigQuery. And you will get an option to go connect with Google BigQuery. Do that. I've already signed in, so it won't really ask me to go and sign it again. If you have not signed in for the first time, it will go and ask you to go and sign in with your Google account. So this is Google BigQuery. It has shown me all the data sets that are available to me. The projects is available to me. Now I will go ahead and select my data set. And within the data set, this is the table that I would want to go ahead and import. And it will just go and quickly load the preview for me. There you go. All the data set that I'm already having, and you can actually see how I will be able to get all the card IDs associated with different transaction IDs over here. I can quickly go ahead and load on this data, And let's go and click on direct query, not import, but direct query. And I will tell you the reason why I'm selecting direct query over here. So what's going to do is it's going to have a live connection with my BigQuery. And the positive aspect of that is that now I can actually go and automate this Power BI report as well. And that too with a very minimal setting. And I will go and show you. Now my GA sample data is all loaded over here. So what I can do is, okay, I would want to go ahead and look into my data first. Let's go and click on country, let's say. And see, the moment I have clicked on country, it is already going ahead and showcasing the chart to me. It has already come up with this world map because it has seen that this is a geography related field, country. In fact, country is not the right field for me. I can go ahead and select city instead. It's since all my transactions are coming from US itself, so maybe with cities I will get more data points. So I can see that. And what I can do is I can actually get the total transaction revenue here in size. So what will happen is the size of the bubbles will go and depend upon the revenue that I'm getting from different places. So as you can probably go and see over here, I'm getting my maximum revenue from San Francisco, then Santa Clara, New York is over here, Chicago is over here, and I'm having Austin over here, right? So this is done. I can go and put the placement of this chart, whether I want to go and see the title over here or not. Select it. Let's go and switch off the title for now. Now I would be able to go ahead and put some cards over here as well. For example, what is my total revenue? I can go and put in over here. It will go and show me the revenue. Yep, this is the kind of money that I'm making on our website. And one more card. Let's go back over here. And this much of money within 100 transactions, right? Pretty neat. And I can actually go ahead and move some more fields over here. Let's see transactions. Number of card IDs, right? So I'll just show count distinct. So total 43 card IDs that are loyalty IDs are giving me 100 transactions, that is 100 orders, and giving me $19 billion of revenue. So this is now connected with Power BI, as you can actually go and see everything is going on. But remember, I also had one more file, customer details file, and I wanted to go ahead and merge that over here as well. So let's try to go ahead and do that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hit on get data once again. And we'll wait for it to go ahead and give me all the options. Okay, this is it. I would want to go ahead and there. All this is in CSV, my customer details file. And take the customer details file from here. And again, it is generating the preview for me. Good. I will go ahead and load this thing up. Okay. Around 2000 rows are already uploaded. And you can see it over here. This table has come up over here. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and merge these two tables over here. There's one GA sample data, and then there is customer details data, and both can be merged with card ID. So I'll go ahead and I'll do that. I'll go ahead and create a mapping over here, card ID and customer ID. So I can actually go see getting matched. And it shows that this is one-to-many relationship as I'm expecting, because customer data would be having, or my customer details would be having only one single entry of every ID. I'll go. So till now, what we have done is we have automated our BigQuery integration, that is BigQuery merging of two tables. We have automated Power BI as well. If you want the Python code that I showed you, you can even go ahead and automate that as well through Windows schedulers and all. You can even go and use time library if you would want to. I have done that in the past. That runs absolutely fine. Once all this is done, in fact, I can actually go ahead and show you a sample table that I'm already having with me. See, this is again a file which gets refreshed automatically, and I can actually go and show this to you as well, how it's going ahead and doing that. So if you keep an eye on this, and in fact, also go ahead and show it to you. So click on right now, my video is off. So let's go and do that. I would want to go, let's say, refresh it every 1 minute. This is good. Let's see if this thing gets refreshed or not. And you would see that within 1 minute, all this data would go ahead and change. My graphs, my charts, my geography information, all these things will actually go ahead and change. So it's just going ahead and it's waiting for that counter. After a minute, it just does that. So again, this is one way to go and create a fully automated um, architecture of actually going ahead and inputting data within GCP through from your on-prem servers, going ahead and integrating a tool like Google Analytics data within BigQuery, and then you can actually go and merge all these data sets, get everything um, within a tool like Power BI. Even Tableau can actually go and do that, by the way. It's not just Power BI. Now see, everything is getting refreshed, and you would be able to go and see the all numbers would actually go and change over here. Hope that you have seen it. So yeah, so my geography and everything has changed as well. So this is how you would be able to go ahead and integrate everything. You would be able to go ahead and create a complete automated way of uh, ingesting data, getting data out in your BI platform, and then going ahead and visualizing it for betterment of your customers and your marketing stakeholders. I hope you like this video. In case there is any kind of a doubt, please do go ahead and feel free to comment below the video. Like I said, I will actually go and share my slides. I will go and share my code uh, within the GitHub, and I will go and paste the link in the description. Once again, thank you so much for watching this video so far, and have a great time. And I will go ahead and keep on creating these kind of videos later on as well. And I will keep on going ahead and sharing with a wider uh, group over here, a wider set of people over there. So thank you so much and have a great day ahead, guys. Bye.